What's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at a more traditional style everyday carry knife that somehow still feels modern and sleek, and that's the Mercury LUC Slipjoint. This is an Italian-made, non-locking folder with premium materials, a really clean design, and a very classic overall carry vibe. If you're into slip joints, office-friendly EDC knives, or just want something different from the usual flippers and thumb studs, this one might be worth a look. Let's break it down. The Mercury LUC is a traditional slip joint, meaning no lock, no pocket clip, and nail nick deployment only. Right away, this tells you who this knife is for. This isn't meant to be a hard-use tactical folder. This is a classy, refined, everyday carry knife. In hand, the first thing you notice is how light and balanced it feels. The aluminum handle keeps the weight down, and the micarta inlays add just enough texture that it doesn't really feel slick or cheap. Fit and finish is extremely solid. Everything lines up really well. Edges are clean, nothing feels rushed or sloppy. In hand, you can tell this is a really premium piece. This is coming with a 3.25-inch blade made of LUC steel, which is a really good choice for this type of knife. It offers really good edge retention, corrosion resistance, and is very practical for real-world EDC tasks. It's kind of surprising seeing this steel here, as it's a little bit more premium than you'd think, and in fact, this is my first knife with this steel. The handle construction is aluminum with canvas micarta inlays, and this combo works really well here. The aluminum keeps it lightweight, while the micarta gives it some warmth and grip that straight metal handles sometimes lack. I think this combo works very well together, and this knife just looks very classy. It feels it in hand too, as this doesn't feel like your traditional slip joint from Case or Rough Rider. Overall, the knife feels thoughtfully built, and as it should be, as this knife is over the $100 mark. But for that price, you're getting very high quality slip joint with great handle materials and a superior performance steel and a really attractive package. For a slip joint, this knife is very comfortable in hand. The handle shape fills the hand better than you might expect, and the micarta helps with control during light cutting tasks. Because it's a slip joint, you can naturally choke up and use it more deliberately, which actually suits this knife design. There's no hot spots, no sharp edges digging into your hand, and it's comfortable for extended light use. This is the kind of knife you forget in your pocket until you really need it. The blade shape is practical and traditional with enough belly for slicing and a fine enough tip for detail work. This knife handles everyday tasks like opening packages, breaking down cardboard, food prep, and light utility work pretty easily. The factory edge is really nice, and LUC does really well with almost anything you throw at it. You're not constantly worrying about rust or edge degradation with normal use. That said, this is not a hard use knife, but within its intended role, it performs exactly how it should, and this is one of the best slip joints I've handled. For a while now, my favorite slip joint has been the Lion Steel Best Man, but how does this compare to the new Mercury LUC here? Both are Italian-made slip joints with premium materials in a traditional carry style. The biggest differences come down to design direction and materials. The Best Man leans more modern and upscale, with more classy aesthetics and higher end materials, M390 blade and titanium handle, depending on the version. While the Mercury LUC feels a little bit more classic and traditional, especially with the aluminum micarta combination. If you want something that feels a little bit more like a modern take on a classic slip joint, the Best Man makes a lot of sense. If you want something that leans heavier into traditional styling, the LUC may be more your speed. Regardless of your preference, both are truly fantastic knives, and I'm shocked Italy is such a front runner in this space, and I cannot wait to try out more from both of these companies. Since there's no pocket clip, this is a drop in the pocket kind of knife or something you'd want to carry in a slip. It disappears easily, especially in lighter pants or jeans, and it doesn't scream knife when you pull it out. This is what makes it really great for office environments, social settings, or anywhere you want a really low profile, non-threatening carry option. Fortunately, there's a rather large lanyard hole in the back, so I added a small paracord lanyard, which allows it to be fished out of the pocket much easier. I happened to purchase this knife secondhand, and it already featured some scratches on the bolsters, so I don't mind to get it dinged up in the pocket. If you're already used to modern one-handed knives with really fast deployments, this will definitely feel slower, but that's part of the charm. I've personally found myself really enjoying carrying this knife, as it's a step away from my traditional carry. A slip joint isn't for everyone, but this one is for me. The Mercury LUC is a knife that knows exactly what it is. It's just a well-built, good-looking slip joint designed for everyday carry. If you appreciate traditional knives, but want something that feels a little bit more modern and lightweight, this is a really solid option. It's easy to carry, comfortable to use, and made with really high-quality materials. This is the kind of knife you carry because you enjoy it, not because you need maximum performance. Let me know what you think about the Mercury LUC down in the comments. Are you a slip joint guy, or do you stick with more modern locking folders? If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.